Please welcome Reno's favorite new female comedian, Kinsie Damon.
Hello! How's everybody doing? Good. I gotta tell you guys, I just got a new job in construction. I know, I'm the stud finder. Got that one on the way in, I was like, I gotta do that. So I tried to dress up for you guys. You can see I missed the mark on that one. But I was gonna wear a cleavage shirt, but I couldn't find any cleavage. But, you know, I was told never to wear white on stage because it makes you look bigger, so I don't know if it's working or not, but do what you can with what you got. So did you guys all enjoy the Olympics? Yeah. They were good this year. I actually watched a lot. Thing that blew me away, the marathon. I think something's wrong with those people. 26.2 miles they ran. The .2 I think was just to mess with them. They're like, no, not 26.2. And these, like, if I drive 26.2 miles, I gotta pack a lunch and like plan a pit stop. You know, I can't imagine. They're running for 2 hours. Nothing's gonna chase you that long. Just turn around. Stop. How's Starbucks? It's Beijing. They have like 1 million of them. I read in this magazine article, because I believe in, you know, real good literature, and they asked Diddy, now it's not P. Diddy or Puff Daddy or whatever, and they asked him if he were to come up with an Olympic sport that he was good at, what would it be? And he said, who can have sex the longest? And I thought, that's cool, because I didn't know they had sex in the Special Olympics. It's good. Let them on in there. So I just got back from LA, drove my dad down there. Yeah, found out LA is the worst place to be a crappy driver. Wasn't even on the freeway 10 minutes before I got a gun pulled on me. Like, I didn't even know my dad had a gun. You know, what do I have to be worried about, really? You know, he's got to be way too stoned to figure out how to work the thing. He's in his 70s, been smoking pot easy 50 years. Every voicemail I get from him is, hey, Kinsie, before I forget. Damn it. It's funny. So, jobs. Everybody got jobs they just love? No, not so much. Yeah, you do. What do you do? Resell real estate? So when people return it, you resell it? I figure I really shouldn't complain that much, because as long as I'm not saying it's a great day at Wiener Schnitzel, right side of things. But I did have to go to a job interview the other day. Those are always fun, right? And I'm talking to the manager, and I felt really good about it. I was like, this is it. This is a job I'm going to get. And then he mentions drug testing. So I asked him, you know, what kind of drugs will I be testing? He said, only a few that I like. And he got all upset. Like, it wasn't that big a deal for this line of work, you know? Like I was gonna sell drugs to the students, you know? Everybody knows that's wrong. They don't have that kind of money. But I love being a female comic, I really do. And I get a lot of opportunities being a female. Probably could have gotten a lot more, but I have morals, a boyfriend, and a really sensitive gag reflex. Boyfriend's pissed. But I view my head a lot like a computer. Not so much in the way of storing information like, I know you're thinking. But like, I really want to get that hourglass tattooed on my forehead. So then when someone asks me a hard question, I can just be like, Give me a minute. Things aren't firing like they should be. Running a little slow today. So I always have my screensaver on, you know, I'm like... The only thing that snaps me out of it is, so you want me to pull out?
They are funny.
More for me. Speaking of boyfriends, I have a new boyfriend, and I don't know if you guys are like me or if anybody in the world is like me, but when I get nervous, I get gassy. So sleeping over at his house is a total bitch. Because I don't want to go to sleep, because I know once I go to sleep, I can't. So all night long, I'm like... And then you finally fall asleep and something wakes you up. But you don't know what it was and you don't want to move because you don't want him to know you know what you just did. Hey, you're awake. Did you have a nightmare? Hear a weird noise? It came from underneath the bed. And you get up in the morning, your ass is all cramped up. No, honey, I'm just gonna go outside for a minute. Don't come with me. Definitely don't come out and light a cigarette because we might blow up. But you know, since the relationship is new, you always want to impress him, right? Especially like when you're sleeping together for the first time. You know, so we're having sex. Hi, Mom. And you know, I'm totally trying to impress him, so I'm throwing out all my best moves, you know. You know he is too, because you never see those again. So, in my head moves, and I thought about it, I'm like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna talk dirty. I am. And so I got all into it, and I was like, hey, baby. Because I was gonna say, who's your mama, right? Because I've seen that on TV, and my friends tell me. Weird friends. And so I'm like, I get all into it, and I'm like, hey, baby. He's like, yeah. I'm like, where's your mama? I'm sorry, did you just say, where's your mama? Yep. That's what I said. Yay, Big Daddy, meow. I couldn't think of anything else to get me out of it, so I just farted. You know, my friends give me a really hard time. They think that all I do is stay home and watch movies. And I got sick of it, so finally I'm like, you guys, just the other night I went out. It's a big group of people. It was me, Dumb and Dumber, the three amigos. You know, Chick is always pissed off, so we call her the Grudge. Don't worry, she's clueless. We go out to a night at the Roxbury, maybe looking for a good beer fest, looking for a few good men, whatever. And I go into a bar and I see a guy I know, and he was the wedding singer at my best friend's wedding. I got room because of the two wedding crashers. And he had these two friends of him, Starsky and Hutch. Apparently one of them's an anchor man. I guess he's a big deal because he got Employee of the Month. Like, whatever. And they had this like bouncy girl with him, and I'm like, what the? And they're like, yeah, Debbie does Dallas cheerleading. And so, so they're trying to get us to leave with them, and I'm like, this is bad news bears. I do not feel comfortable riding in cars with boys. I think, you know, it's a mad, 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 mad world. I think we should hitch a ride home. So we walk outside, and there was this huge explosion, and sparks were flying everywhere, and everyone's like, Mars attacks, it's Star Wars, and it turned out just some Transformers flew. So I go across the street, and there's a big puddle there, and my friend walked through it first, so I asked him, is it shallow hell? And he was like, no, but it's rocky. And out of nowhere, pulls out this van, wilder than I had ever seen, total bad boys. And they're like, hey, pretty woman. I'm like, that's a mission impossible. And then this guy got out, he was a real American beauty. And he was like, welcome to Wayne's World. And I was like, supersize me. And he's like, bring it on. I'm all, oh, it's already been rotten. And he asked me to go to his lake house near Fargo, and I'm thinking, that's a pretty indecent proposal, but my basic instinct was to say no, but I'm a working girl, so I said yes. And then these cops come and arrest him, and coming to think of it, they were the usual suspects. And I asked the guy, can I at least give him a long kiss goodnight? And they were super troopers, so they let us. And then I figured at that point, it's time for me to get out of there, so I turned around and said goodnight, good luck, and went home alone.